Hey guys, Cloud here, and today I have a data pack which shows the HP of the mob that you have recently been hitting, or its HP has been changing. And so in this data pack, it essentially just puts the HP right next to the name here. So you have 19 out of 20, which says how much health it has. If I punch him a few times, it'll go down. I guess I can hit him with a sword and it'll go down a lot. So this also works with named mobs. So it'll work on any natural mob in the game. It will also work on named mobs. So if I right click and rename him, the number might go away, but when I hit him, then it updates and we're all good. The other thing is if I rename him to Bob, again, the number will go away, but then when I hit him, it will update. And so this may have more little modules you can control with it, but the concept is pretty straightforward. If you want to use this in your survival world, it's pretty simple. Just go to the link in the description and click and drag the data pack into your data packs folder and type /reload while in creative mode. After typing /reload, you should see this message where it says health display was installed, and you can change the settings here. So if you are playing in survival, then you should probably just leave it as it is, or make sure that it says display HP for all mobs checked. But if you are making an adventure map, I would recommend unchecking this. So now we're going to take a quick look at exactly how it actually accomplishes this task. It's a little bit complicated, but not too crazy. So first off, I did create this list of all entities in the game which do not have HP. This is just to help performance a little bit. But what you'll see is that every single tick, if you are in the mode where it does it to every mob, then anything that gets a hurt time of 9 goes to the update. If you are in the strict mode, then they have to have a tag, a special tag assigned to them. So if you give mobs this special tag and you're in the developer mode, then mobs with this tag will display their HP. So you can just summon your mobs with the tag and it'll be a little bit more efficient because it's not doing MBT checks to every mob. So in update, let's actually take a look at how this works. It's very, very simple, but uses some interesting tech. So essentially what we do is we store the previous ticks, or the last time we checked, we store its HP. So we store the old HP and the old max HP. So this is what the HP was before we ran this function. Then we grab the new max HP and the new HP. And so now we have an old and a new value that we compare. And so the reason we have to remember the old value is because the name contains the old value previously. And so if you, so now we are going to grab the custom name. And if you have actually, if you have never had a name before, then it runs the getName function, okay? So if it never had the name, then it runs getName. And so the getName function, it just grabs the name of the entity. So this applies to mobs which have not had a name, just vanilla mobs, not renamed. And so that's kind of important. But then what we do is if you have had a value previously, we have to run the old function. So the reason we have to do this is because right now, when I punch him like that, at the beginning of the tick, we have the number 19 out of 20, yo mama. That is its name, 19 out of 20, yo mama. Now it says 18, but let's just imagine before I hit him. So if I hit him again, his name is 18 out of 20, yo mama. And so what we have to do is we have to remove the numbers 18 out of 20 from his name, and then before pasting the new one, otherwise it'll say 19 out of 20, 18 out of 20. Yo mama. It'll look just like that. And that is not beneficial, especially when you do this 20 times. His name is as giant as the screen. So we need to remove that old text. And so to do that, we use the string argument of the data storage command, which was added in 1.19 or 1.20. And so essentially what we do is I know how many lines of filler text is included because I know the formatting of the numbers. So I know the characters and the colors and the bold and all this. Without the yo mama part. And so I run this, I save that number of characters onto a variable, and then I run the cut string. And so that number does have to do with how many zeros are in the tens place and the hundreds place. So that's what this little if statement is here for. So then when we actually run the cut string function literally just grabs the string starting at X and ending at -2 to remove the last bracket and quote in the string. And then now we have a clean text, which does not contain the 18 out of 20 stuff. And so now that we have a clean custom name, Now we just need to add that number stuff back, and then we know exactly what that is. It's right here. So if you're a developer, you can change all these colors. So if you wanted to make it instead of gray, red, you can make it pink, purple. But if you touch any other formatting, such as bold and italics, you will have to adjust the numbers inside the old function because these values will be wrong. But if you just want to change the color, you can totally do that by changing these hex values to other hex values. Okay? But this just grabs the score values that we had and puts them into the storage and parses them onto the entity, the text display entity. And then we just copy the text display entity's name to the current entity and update the old value, the previous values to the new values of the scores. So that is it. Summarizing, what we do is we grab the name, we cut off the starting part because we know how many digits there are and how many characters there are, and then we append a new one. Simple as that, very useful, utilizes macros in the cut string very elegantly. It's pretty good on performance, but of course, the main performance issue for any of these type of packs is the number does not have to update every tick, but you do have to check if the number should update every tick, and that is where the biggest performance hit comes. It's not on the macro, it's not on the string cutting, it's actually on the detection of when the health changes. So hopefully in the future, we'll have some updates that make that better. But for now, it's pretty lightweight. Anyways, if you guys thought that was useful, leave a like. Let me know what kind of remakes or new packs you want me to make next, and I'll see you next time. Peace.